This is WaveRider. It's a jet ski simulator using gamepad. Now, right thumbstick controls the camera as you'd expect. It's detached from the jet ski itself because you're supposed to be the rider. Left thumbstick turns the jet ski, but since a water vehicle only turns if the motor's on, all that's going to do now if I try is basically tilt the jet ski as if I was pushing my foot down into either side, like so. You'll also notice that there are water physics and buoyancy, as well as a water shader applied. Now, the right trigger acts as effectively the gas pedal of the jet ski. It is sensitive to the input you use, so if I only partially press down right trigger, I won't be using my engine at its full capacity, so it'll hum slower, or it'll hum quieter, and I won't move as fast. So I'll kind of demonstrate that a little bit here. You could see there that it kind of picked up as I pressed down, and it also faded out when I stopped. And when I did stop, I did continue moving through the water a little bit, which would be expected if you were in a real jet ski. Now you notice if I pick up enough speed, I'll start to lift up and create a wake behind me. So I will demonstrate now, and then I'll talk about it. So you see there, if I pick up enough speed, I'll lift up a little bit like a real jet ski and create a wake. Then when I release, it'll slowly calm down and eventually stop moving, forward at least, like a real jet ski. You'll also notice that turns tilt the jet ski, as you'd expect, so I'll demonstrate that. That the jet ski is tilting, and it also takes very long turns like a real jet ski. You'll see if once I let go here, I'll continue moving in the direction I was turning, because the turns are not very sharp. Like that. You see I kind of drift until I eventually slow down. Now the final feature is there is a splash effect if I impact the water in a more dramatic way, which I'm going to represent by going over this ramp. And again, I'll be quiet so you can hear the upkeep of the water. Oh, and I forgot to mention, there is some ambient water sounds, as you probably already heard. There's also a sound tied to the speed of the jet ski that's water-based, but mainly you just hear the engine, which is tied to how hard you're pressing the trigger. But I'll go over the ramp and you'll see the splash effect I'm talking about. You see there was a particle effect when I contacted the water, as well as a splash effect like on the screen that for a short bit kind of blurred my screen to represent like water getting in your face. I'll jump over one more ramp here and then I'll end the presentation. I also forgot to mention there was a splash sound effect there too, but I'm sure you heard that. So that concludes the WaveRider presentation. Here is just some credits for